The main character named Sophia exhales hot air from her lungs, and her face is red from the heat around her. The girl moans and begs for it to stop. She herself can't offer any resistance. But the guy takes the girl by the face and tells her to relax and try to help them in their difficult endeavor. It turns out that poor Sophia is surrounded on all sides by 4 vampire princes who want the girl's attention. The princes are endlessly in love with the protagonist. Sophia doesn't understand how she could be in this situation when handsome guys surround her. What does Sophia do now that she can't resist against so many people? Sophia tries to remember that before this situation, she fell asleep at her desk a while ago when she was tired. In their academy, homework is really hard and takes a long time to do. But Sophia wonders if such events are strange because she was playing on her couch at home. Her thoughts seem to be jumbled up in her head, and everything is jumbled. Sophia doesn't understand how she suddenly found herself in a completely different place. At some point, a guy came in and yelled at Sophia not to be lazy and to get to work. Sophia was startled by the surprise, so she dropped all her cleaning supplies. The guy yells that Sophia still needs to wash windows and vases and also wash clothes. The guys start laughing at Sophia and say that if she is still awake, they will not leave a drop of blood from her. So they laughingly advise Sophia to start working as soon as possible. They say that it is unlikely that the princes will drink Sophia's blood because she is a common maid and her blood is unremarkable. Sophia wonders what kind of maid these guys are talking about. But she is interrupted, and the men tell the girl that she must go to work because they're busy tonight and Mr. Damus and his fiance Emily are having dinner at the mansion tonight. Sophia ponders the name Damus and Amelia. Sophia suspects she knows those names. If she's fallen into the world of her game. The heroine's name is Amelia, and she is an ordinary person who has fallen into the vampire world. Sophia played as Amelia in her virtual game on her phone. Sophia was really scared. Did she really get inside the game? This is a love game with romantic genre which is called My Vampire Academy Sweet Blood. This game features vampire princes who fall in love with the main character, Amelia. The events of the game take place in an academy where vampires study. An ordinary girl, Amelia, accidentally falls into the walls of this academy, and her virgin blood tastes like a real delicacy for vampires. There were 4 vampire princes in the game who fell in love with Emily and decided to court her. These guys were really handsome, and each of them had their own character traits. The men protected Amelia and fought for her attention in this erotic game. Sophia had recently learned that her boyfriend was already married, so she decided to take a vacation from work and immerse herself in this game to get away from the cruel world. Last night, Sophia just got the hardest ending on the highest difficulty. She managed to make Dallas fall in love with her, which in itself is a very difficult task. And now Sophia finds herself in this game. Sophia is scared and shaking with fear for a while because she doesn't know what to expect. But after a while, Sophia realizes that she's in a real paradise. She doesn't care if it's just a dream, and Sophia won't have to die from the crush of public transportation for a little while. And Sophia doesn't have to put up with all this trouble with this damn love anymore. After all, her boyfriend in her past life was a truly horrible person who didn't care about his girlfriend. If it wasn't for his decision to lie to Sophia, then maybe none of this would be happening now. Sophia takes the cleaning supplies from the man and with great energy agrees to start working. The man is surprised at Sophia's sudden change of character, but he agrees to go with the maid. Sophia starts cleaning and wiping the windows. She realizes that she doesn't need love anymore and will just live the life of an ordinary maid. Sophia realizes that this is her new opportunity to be happy and finally find the peace of life. While Sophia is doing her cleaning duties, she hears the men talking among themselves about how they need to work faster because Mr. Dallas and Mrs. Amelia will be here soon. Sophia wonders. The butler said that Amelia and Dallas are engaged. It turns out that Sophia is now in Dallas's mansion, if she understands the plot of the game correctly. Sophia realizes that she just got the ending with Dallas and Amelia. Sophia. It will be very interesting to see how the young people will look together with each other. The butlers shout for Sophia to go to them, and Sophia and the rest of the people stand near the entrance to greet Mr. Dallas and Mrs. Amelia. When the door opens, they walk in and smile happily. But the next moment, Mistress Amelia enters, very angry and without her Mr. Dallas. The butlers ask, "Why does Mrs. Amelia come in alone without her master and a meal?" She asks the butlers to shut up and not annoy her with their silly questions. Sophia doesn't understand why Amelia is alone and now in such a great rage. Amelia notices that Sophia is staring at her, so she asks why the maid is tired at Mistress. Sophia tries to justify herself and say she was wondering, "Does Mistress Amelia have a fight with Mr. Dallas?" Amelia starts crying and says that she has a real fight with Dallas. Mistress can't contain her feelings of hurt and disappointment. She says that Dallas sadly told Amelia that he didn't think Amelia would be like this. Amelia did not say exactly how Dallas saw her, but the girl is clearly disappointed with his answer. Amelia starts screaming that she is his fiance and doesn't want Dallas to socialize with other women. Amelia wants Dallas to hug and Amelia to write her poems all day long and she to bask in his arms. Emily is tired of Dallas not being able to understand his fiance's simple requests. And since Emily is Dallas's fiancé, he should give her flowers and gifts every 3 days because he said he loves Emily. Sophia wonders why Emily is in such a bad character. She should be an honest and innocent heroine. Why now Sophia sees a hysterical woman in front of her? Sophia doesn't understand. Is this really Amelia's true personality? At this point, the mistress screams that she bought herself a lot of erotic lingerie, but Dallas still doesn't care about her. Amelia tells Sophia to stop looking at her and get her some tea as soon as possible. Sophia agrees from mistress and quickly leaves. Amelia also tells Sophia who is leaving to have the maid bring her another cupcake. And then the mistress demands 30 more cupcakes, asking her to bring one each time. Also, Amelia after a while asks Sophia to dye the blue flowers pink because Emile is pissed off with the color blue. After a while, Amelia finds a portrait of Dallas in the mansion and asks Sophia to throw it away as soon as possible because Mrs. Amelia does not want to see the man's face. After a while, Mrs. Amelia manages to break a teacup and tells Sophia to pick up the pieces and glue the cup back together. Emily mocks Sophia and says that the girl is a maid so she can do all her requests. But Sophia says that she will not be able to glue the cup, so she'd better bring the maid a new set. Emily is disappointed in the maid and pushes the girl against the wall. Mistress shouts that she is disappointed in her maid because Sophia could not fulfill all her wishes, so Emily thinks Sophia is untalented. When Sophia falls, she notices that she has cut herself on the shards of a cup. Sophia sees blood flowing from her hand, but for some reason it is not red but pink in color. Sophia and Mistress look at the blood flowing from her hand and can't understand what's going on. After a while, the lady realizes with horror that now she sees Sophia in front of her from her wounded hand, from which, along with the blood, comes out into the air a wonderful smell and fragrance, which everyone around the palace can smell. The 4 princes, who were together in the same room at the time, were able to catch the incredible scent of the mistress. And one of them tells the boys that they must have found their new heroine. The men realize they must hurry, because that beautiful scent could be someone else's. As the 4 princes set out to find the source of this beautiful scent, Sophia is accosted by butlers who ask Sophia to give them just a taste of her blood. Sophia starts screaming and begging for help because she doesn't understand how things could turn out this way. Sophia is scared and doesn't know how to defend herself against the butlers. But at some point, one of the vampires of the princes comes and says that none of them will drink the blood of beautiful Sophia, and now she will be under his protection. The next moment, the beautiful vampire says that only the 4 of them are worthy to receive this beautiful blood, and no inferior vampires will even stand near Sophia. Sophia realizes with horror that she knows these vampires, and they are the same 4 handsome vampires who were the main characters in that game. Sophia is truly surprised. Are these 4 handsome men really going to drink her blood? Sophia doesn't know what to do now. After all, it looks like her usual quiet life ends at this point. After a while, the men fondle Sophia, and Victor asks her to let him give some of her blood. Sophia is frightened and forcefully pushes Victor away so he doesn't drink her blood. Victor is genuinely surprised by this behavior from Sophia, and even the 2 vampire butlers don't understand why Sophia pushed Mr. Victor away. Sophia starts to shout that they are probably mistaken because she is a common maid and her blood can't be so tasty. But Victor looks at Sophia and, seeing her fright, realizes that the girl needs to be calmed down. Victor asks Sophia, does she still think that her blood is normal? She's just been visited by 4 princes who have smelled the wonderful aromas of her blood from afar. These 4 vampires are members of the Student Council of the Vampire Academy, and in this world, every girl wants them to pay attention to her. Sophia, in her past life when she played this game, she tried to get the attention of these 4. For a player, this was a common task and the #1 goal. One had to gain the favor of at least one of these principals. Sophia doesn't understand why these guys should be interested in some ordinary maid, because there is always the main character, Amelia, who, according to the story, was supposed to have that rare blood that vampires would like so much to get. Sophia tries to explain that she wants to live in peace and does not need the attention of so many people. The heroine doesn't want to stand out, and she would just like to be alone without all these love affairs. But Victor comes up to Sophia and says that he doesn't think Sophia can go unnoticed. After all, her blood has a truly enticing scent. Victor tells Sophia that she can't be an ordinary maid, so she must obey him. Victor approaches Sophia and is embarrassed because it is really hard for him to hold back, and he's going to go crazy being so close to Sophia. Victor realizes that he wants Sophia's blood as soon as possible, and so he lets out his fangs. Sophia screams, desperate to break free of the vampire's grip, but she can't. And the next moment, Victor finally comes out to bite Sophia's neck. The girl realizes that the vampire is drinking her blood, and Victor says that Sophie's blood is the best he's ever tasted. Sophia is already crying and says it hurts, so she asks Victor to stop. At the same time, the guy licks the rest of the blood from Sophia's neck and asks if the girl is sure of her decision. Sophia is trembling and can't understand what's wrong with her because she feels good about what Victor is doing right now. The guy says that Sophia is very innocent and sweet. He is surprised by the qualities of this girl. The next moment, the guy can't help himself again and pounces on the maid in an attempt to get off, even though there is still some blood. Sophia tries to break free and doesn't understand how it could have happened like this. After a while, one of the guys asks Sophia, "Is she awake?" The guys check the girl's temperature and realize she seems fine. Sophia finds herself in bed with 4 vampire protagonists. One of the guys says it's bad because Victor couldn't stand it and decided to take too much blood. One of the guys starts laughing and says they couldn't help themselves because her special blood is stronger than the strongest drug. Victor says that he has never seen girls like that before. The man states the fact that now Sophia will belong only to the 4 of them and no one else. At that moment, Amelia tries to open the door to watch the actions of the 4 vampires and Sophia. The heroine gets up from her seat and realizes what she's only now realizing. The 4 handsome men, and they are truly not simple vampires. After all, there are 4 kingdoms of the Northeast, South, and West, and according to the game's plot, each of them is ruled by one of the 4 heavenly kings. Victor is the strongest of the Student Council and its president, as well as the heir to the Heavenly King of the North. There is also a vampire named Luke, who is the vice president of the Student Council and heir to the Heavenly Kingdom of the East, and for many reasons he is a quiet and closed guy. Also, there is Finn, who is the secretary of the Student Council and heir to the Celestial King of the West. He is lazy and constantly running away from work. In fact, he tends to hide his emotions. Also, the last vampire is Aaron. He is the administrator of the Student Council and head of the music circle. He is also the heir to the Celestial King of the South. Aaron is caring and always knows how to lighten the mood, but he's not really that easy either. Sophia realizes that she can still tell about their families, the clothes they like, and where their first date was, and so on. After all, the girl has played the game several times, so she knows everything about the history of the world. Sophia realizes that it doesn't matter how beautiful these vampires are, and she decides that she will not give in to their love. She decides to take action against the 4 princes. After a while, Victor comes up and touches Sophia's hand and asks if the girl has calmed down, because she is special, and Victor doesn't know why her blood was in the body of an ordinary maid. But he doesn't care about Sophia's status, because she is the only girl who is worthy to bear him an heir. Victor kneels down and asks the girl to marry him. Sophia realizes that it's too much and that Victor has got a nerve. Sophia decides to loudly express her displeasure and shouts that she is not going to give in to the influence of vampires. Sophia screams that Victor only cares about her special blood, and all these guys also care about her physiological peculiarity, so she wanted to spit on their opinion from a high mountain. Sophia is sick of empty words and promises. Sophia decides that she doesn't care about all this love nonsense and will live like a regular maid. The guys realize that Sophia will not be easy, and they need to find the key to this girl. Meanwhile, while all these passions are going on in the room, Amelia is outside the door and watches Sophia refuse the honorable prince's attention. And the lady is angry and says that Sophia is a real bitch who does not deserve forgiveness. After a while, Sophia does the laundry and decides that this activity is quite fun. Sophia decides that being a maid is pretty cool and she likes her new job. But Sophia also realizes that she's not used to working at night yet because vampires sleep during the day. Yesterday, Sophia headed to work as soon as she turned down Victor for marriage. The butlers were very much displeased with Sophia's behavior because she dared to refuse the great Prince Victor, and the guys decided that Sophia wants to die or there is no other explanation for the girl's behavior. Sophia realizes that everyone was scared, but she didn't care. Sophia hopes that she will be able to live peacefully and quietly so that no one touches the girl. Sophia never thought that such a mundane job could be so interesting. But Sophia has a troublemaker named Amelia, is a mistress who truly brings Sophia only one harm. This time, Amelia has decided to break all the plates that have been washed by Sophia. Mistress asks, "Will Sophia leave all these broken plates on the floor?" So orders Sophia to clean up the trash as fast as possible. The girl promises to do everything quickly now and let Mistress not worry. But in the next moment, a broken egg lands on Sophia's face, and Sophia realizes that Amelia decides to bully her again. Amelia says that it seems like Sophia wanted to make eggs today, so Mistress thinks it would be nice if Sophia tried them beforehand. Sophia smiles sweetly and thanks Mistress for the delicious egg. Sophia decides that she needs to quickly go get the broom and other cleaning supplies because she could cut herself. Sophia asks that Mistress Amelia better go back to her room. Amelia starts bullying Sophia. After rejecting Victor, Amelia takes on Sophia even more. Besides Amelia, the other vampires also decided to take part in bullying the poor girl. All the vampires in the palace despised Sophia and decided to bring as much harm to the girl as possible. Sophia used to be able to eat whatever she wanted, but now they made her a meal out of some garbage that was completely inedible. The first time Sophia tasted this disgusting dish, she almost threw up on the table. The male vampires who stood watching Sophia's attempts to eat began to laugh at the maid. Amelia wondered if the common maid was very picky if she couldn't eat the food. At the next moment, Amelia decided to pour the contents of the bowl right on Sophia's face. Sophia was doused from head to toe with a nasty tasting and smelling food that is hard to even call food. Amelia begins to admire Sophia because now she can use such rotten soup, because Sophia found some harmony when she decided to use rotten soup as a cosmetic. Sophia realizes that if she continues like this, she will have a quiet and peaceful life only on the other side of the world. The next night, Sophia is starving, as she has not eaten anything properly for days. Sophia asks herself, was Amelia always like this? In the game, she was nice and everyone admired her. But after a while, Sophia realizes that Amelia is jealous of her, because the princes noticed Sophia's blood and not Amelia's. Sophia realizes that it's not her fault, and Amelia has Dallas, and why she needs the attention of other guys. Sophia's too tired. Even though she has now found something she enjoys, she will die if this continues and the bullying doesn't stop. After a while, some little mouse appears in front of Sophia. That flies around on wings, and he tells Sophia to wake up and listen to him carefully. Sophia starts drooling and doesn't understand. Is it a hallucination? The little mouse looks delicious. The mouse says he's not food, but a real creature. His name is Misho, and he's the cutest creature in the world. Sophia remembers that this is Misho, and that he is the mascot of this game. Sophia decides that she should go back to sleep because she is already dying, so the mascot will not help her. But Misho shouts and asks if Sophia wants to live. Misho reproachfully tells Sophia that if she wants to live, she will have to become food for the vampires, and she will die anyway. Misho says he's free now anyway, after bringing Dallas and Amelia together. Although he doesn't understand why things aren't going so well with these guys. Like they're supposed to be. Misho says he doesn't care about Dallas and Amelia because he likes to watch new dramas, so Sophia should be the heroine for this foursome. Sophia gets up and starts yelling that she doesn't want that kind of future and she doesn't care about love. Misho asks, "Is it Sophia's choice to finally die?" Misho says it's Sophia's choice and no one's pulling her tongue. She can always take the abuse and die alone, or she can use Misho's help and survive. Misho's words are like the little demon's owl, that they're trying to draw Sophia into different sins. Sophia realizes she's not happy with either option, but she doesn't want to die. Sophia is desperate and doesn't know what to do and where to find the third option. Misho says that if Sophia doesn't want to die, then he can give her a chance, and so decides that they can come to an agreement. After a while, Sophia wakes up and opens her eyes and sees that she is not in her maid's uniform and in some strange place. The next moment, Sophia notices a delicious smell and starts looking around. Sophia discovers that there is a huge amount of delicious cakes and goodies. The girl begins to taste these treats, tastes, and realizes that it is very tasty, and finally Sophia found normal food. After a while, Sophia finds a letter from Misho, where this little demon asks if Sophia has eaten everything because she should be grateful for the sweets, and now the girl has to listen to him carefully. Misho says that now she is in the dormitory of the Vampire Academy. It's Amelia's old room and it belongs to Sophia now. Also, the demon says that Sophia will be food for all those hungry vampires. Sophia gets approached by the guys. And Finn says that if Sophia came here, she's okay with them drinking her blood. Aaron says they'll enjoy Sophia's blood. Sophia tries to resist the beautiful vampire. Next moment, Luke starts molesting the girl near her hip and hugs Sophia. Luke says that he apologizes, but he can't hold back anymore, so he decides to bite Sophia. Luke decides to bite Sophia near her knee and drink the girl's blood. Sophia enjoys the vampire's actions and still resists. Aaron says he can't hold back any longer either, so he decides to bite Sophia's hand to taste her delicious blood. At this point, Finn doesn't stand idly by and asks Sophia, "Can he taste a little of the girl's blood? Because she let Victor do it, then he can too." Victor says that Sophia has a very cute look on her face, and he can't hold back anymore because Sophia's blood drives guys crazy. Sophia starts crying and doesn't understand how it could have turned out like this. The girl clutches the bed in her hands and swears that she will not give up because she knows everything about this game, and Sophia can find a way to live a normal life as a maid. Sophia enjoys the vampire's actions, but she does not want to give up and decides to continue resisting their actions. Sophia tries to say that she wants to live a normal life as a maid. At one point, the girl opens her eyes and wonders, was all that she just videoed was just a normal dream? Sophia starts to examine her body for bites, but after a while, Sophia finds bite marks on her body. At some point, Misho arrives and says that this could have been a dream, but not this time. So he welcomes Sophia to the Vampire Academy, where Sophia's life will continue. Revolves around 4 princes. Misho says he's surprised at what's happening and asks how Sophia feels about having her blood drunk by the most handsome guys at the academy. Misho asks if Sophia feels like she's gone to heaven. Sophia says it feels nothing like that, and her head hurts a lot. But Sophia realizes that at one point she did enjoy having her blood drunk by vampires. She'll go back to sleep and regain her strength because she's lost a lot of blood. The demon says that Sophia will be late and she can't afford to rest now. Sophia asks Misho in surprise that it's nighttime, why she should be in a hurry. Misho says it's the Vampire Academy and the first bell will ring at 9. Misho says that Sophia needs to go to class and that she should remember her uniform. Sophia clearly doesn't enjoy what's going on and at least get some more sleep. Misho wishes Sophia good luck in the other world with the vampires. Misho says if Sophia doesn't like it, he can move her back to Amelia. But Sophia, having heard such a threat from Misho, says that she will go to classes as soon as possible rather than end up back at the manor with Amelia, who has been bullying her. Sophia starts to ask herself, when was the last time she went to school? Because all this time in her previous life, she was just an office worker. After a while, Sophia is met by students from the Vampire Academy and realizes that she is the new favorite of their student council. Sophia realizes that this is going to be hard for her. One of the girls approaches Sophia and says that Sophia is being summoned to her office by the principal, so she should hurry up. Sophia finds herself in the principal's office where a man welcomes Sophia to the Vampire Academy. Sophia realizes that these are the same events that happened to Amelia in the game. The director asks Sophia to write her name, and the girl remembers that it was like in the game. The principal says that this academy is taught by and for vampires, but no one will stop Sophia from learning and making friends, and she is an equal vampire, although she has a strange human odor. Sophia realizes that now all the events she knows from memory are happening, and soon the lessons should begin. Amelia was a heroine who faced a huge amount of romantic events. But Sophia will try not to stand out from the crowd, and as long as possible try to distance herself from all the other vampires. Most of all, Sophia wants to avoid the four that attacked her. At one point, Victor walks into the principal's office and apologizes. The young gentleman says he wants to greet Sophia. Sophia does not understand how she can continue to live like this, because she decided to avoid these guys, but they find her wherever she is. In the game, you couldn't meet these guys without activating the event, but now it's like they activate the event themselves. Victor asks if Sophia is surprised because usually the director does the first meeting. Victor approaches Sophia and says that they decided to make an exception for her and give her a personalized tour. Victor tries to explain to Sophia that she is special. Sophia senses that Victor is very close to her, and she is embarrassed. Sophia looks at this vampire and realizes that the prince is truly handsome, and she would say that Victor is the main handsome man in the company of the four princes. Victor raises his hand and says that this is the Vampire Academy, which is right in the center between all four kingdoms. Although all four kingdoms are in a state of Cold War, all the students are safe at this academy. Victor says that they have about 900 vampires now. Because of their race, there are very few female students, and there are 3 girls for every 100 guys. So Victor asks that Sophia prepare herself for the fact that everyone will be interested in Sophia. Victor says that Sophia is their most precious student since Amelia left. Victor asks Sophia what she is interested in, because then he can happily tell her everything. Sophia thanks Victor, but says that she would like to get rid of the guy's attention as soon as possible. At the next moment, Victor remembers that he wanted to show Sophia some glass. He asks if Sophia knows what the glass is. Sophia realizes that this glass was in the game and needs to drop blood into it to decide what's in store for her in academic life. Sophia realizes the importance of this item, and it is called the distribution bowl. It is somewhat reminiscent of the hat from the Harry Potter books. Sophia remembers that this bowl was sold as a merchandise, and she didn't expect to see a real distribution bowl sometime in her life. Sophia realizes that the ranks are divided by the color of blood, which is different. The most valuable blood is crystal blood, the next most powerful is purple blood, followed by blue and green. Amelia was an ordinary human, but she was given a crystal rank. But her blood didn't change color, but she was still assigned crystal. Sophia realizes she doesn't want to play the heroine, and the crystal rank is all the vampires she wants to stay away from, as far away as possible. Sophia realizes that she has to try harder to not be in that rank. Sophia realizes that Victor, being so handsome, is acting like an honor student in front of the principal. But as much as Sophia would like to call it that, they're just pushy vampire perverts. So Sophia has plenty of reasons to avoid these 4 vampires. Sophia realizes she doesn't want to deal with these guys. Sophia says she's fine with the black rank, so she asks to be assigned to the lowest rank right away. Victor is surprised and says this is the first time anyone has asked to be assigned a rank. The prince approaches Sophia and strokes the girl's face. The man says that Sophia is a striking girl. But this ritual is necessary, and no matter what Sophia wants, it will be over quickly like a mosquito bite. Victor also tells Sophia, who is already blushing, that if the girl is afraid to bleed herself, he can help her do it. Victor starts breathing on the girl's skin and whispering sweet nothings in her ear. But Sophia pushes Victor away and says that she refuses his attention. Sophia says she can handle it, and she'd rather bleed herself than have Victor drink her again. Sophia decides that she needs to do something to protect herself from the attention of vampires. Victor laughs and says he can see Sophia's hands choking. Victor takes Sophia's knife and says that she is like a little girl because she doesn't like to have her blood drunk and is afraid of even a little pain. Victor decides to hug Sophia and asks the stunned girl if her behavior can be explained by the unusual blood that flows in her veins. Victor becomes very curious and asks Sophia to relax. After all, there will be almost no pain. Victor starts pestering Sophia again and tries to drink her blood from her neck. Sophia asks that Victor not do that to her again. Sophia realizes that as soon as she looks at this handsome man, it's like she's paralyzed. Victor starts drinking the girl's blood again. Sophia feels incredible pleasure from this process, though she tries to break out of the vampire's hands. The girl really gets unforgettable emotions from the process, but she can't admit to herself that she likes it. Sophia continues to try to break free, even though there is no strength in her arms and legs. Sophia tells Victor to let her go and asks the principal to stop him. Victor asks the principal, "Is the man going to stop him?" And the man says he can't stop the prince. Victor says that no man in this academy would dare go against the heir to the heavenly king of the north. So Victor continues to savor Sophia's blood, and the girl enjoys it immensely. Victor finally gets drunk on Sophia's blood and says that the girl is incredibly beautiful. But still, the guy can't stop and continues to enjoy Sophia's blood. He says that Sophia should become his wife and belong only to Victor. Sophia decides that Victor can't beat her so. She doesn't even have to wait. Sophia realizes that she treats Victor like a prince, but she knows he has a cold heart inside. Sophia knows all these prince traits because she's played the game, so she knows this handsome guy's future. Victor's storyline is a crooked path. That's when the guy told Emily to do anything he asks of her, and Sophia realizes she doesn't want that future for herself. Sophia can't contain the pleasure in her voice, but still says that she won't belong to Victor, and she will never fall in love with him. Victor hugs the girl and takes some of Sophia's blood to pour into a glass. Victor doesn't believe that Sophia will be able to resist his charms. Victor also shows the glass in which Sophia's blood has acquired a crystalline light. Meanwhile, the prince still has the girl's fresh blood on his lips. He will use any force to take her back to him. After a while, Sophia wakes up in bed and asks where she is. A man comes up to her and says that Sophia seems to be awake. It turns out that Sophia was being courted by the most popular professor of this academy, whose name is Dallas. He asks how Sophia is feeling, and the girl can't find the words to answer this handsome man. Sophia remembers that the academy's most popular teacher, Dallas, was always her favorite character. His ending in the game can't be obtained until you go through the rest of the storyline. Dallas's secret is hard to discover, and Sophia is really excited to meet this teacher as well. Sophia is especially excited to meet him in person. After all, when she played the game, she really wanted to get to know this man better. Sophia realizes that this world is really after the ending Dallas and Amelia received. But Sophia does not understand why they still have some problems in their relationship. Sophia played for Amelia, and it was she who put all the effort to bring them together. Therefore, she does not know what the reason for this behavior of the professor and Amelia is. Sophia asks Professor Dallas directly what's going on with Amelia. Dallas replies that Sophia was probably their maid, so hopefully Sophia will get along with Amelia in the future. Sophia says she will refrain from appearing in front of Mistress Amelia. Sophia feels the sword of Damocles hanging over her head. Dallas tries to explain to Sophia what he's telling her. It's for a reason, because from now on, Sophia and Amelia will be classmates. Dallas says that Sophia fainted, but the distribution ceremony was over, most likely out of the blue for Sophia. But Dallas needs to take the girl to class. Dallas says that from now on, Sophia is a member of a class of only selected students of crystal rank. After a while, Dallas and Sophia enter the classroom, and the teacher apologizes to the boys for waiting because he had to bring a new student. The guys start to look at Sophia and realize that she is their new student. Sophia doesn't understand how it could have happened, and she found herself in the class together with the 4 principals and Amelia. Amelia starts smiling sweetly and says that they can get along together. Sophia realizes that Emily is lying all the time and that her behavior is just provocation. Sophia didn't want to be in this rank of crystal in the first place. But now she realizes that her ordinary life is over, and now Sophia will be in the attention of 4 vampire princes and hysterical Amelia, who will interfere with her life in every possible way. Dallas asks Sophia if she is coming. It would be nice if Sophia would introduce herself to the class. Sophia is disappointed and realizes that she didn't introduce herself to them at all. But Sophia can use this chance because she is here to survive. The girl says to the class that she wants to go back to being a maid as soon as possible, so she asks them not to drink her blood and not to abuse her or mess with her. Dallas says that Sophia has introduced herself in a very interesting way and tells the boys to tell something about themselves as soon as possible. Sophia says that they don't need to, because she already knows everyone and even their abilities. All vampires in this world have superpowers, and the 4 heirs are no exception. They are especially strong, so it is very dangerous to be around them. Victor is the most dangerous of all vampires and the heir to the Northern Kingdom. Victor says he'll do whatever it takes to make Sophia's life at the academy unforgettable. Victor's ability is mind control. Anyone who falls under his power will obey him unconditionally. Victor most likely used this ability on Sophia to paralyze her in order to drink the girl's blood. The next principal introduces himself and says his name is Luca and he is the heir to the East. Luca says that Sophia can relax because he is not going to bother the girl. Luca's ability is mind reading. He usually pushes people away from him because he can read their thoughts. Even as a child, he was often offended by other people's thoughts. Next is Finn, who smiles happily and says that he is the heir to the West and he is happy to meet Sophia, because he doesn't know how long Sophia will be able to keep the attention of the princes. Finn's ability to see the past of an object or person he's touched is not a particularly scary ability, but he can't hide anything. And last up is Aaron, who says he's the heir to the Heavenly King of the South, and he apologizes that the guys scared Sophia, so the guy wishes that he and Sophia could get along and be friends. Sophia knows that Aaron's ability is to change people's memories. You could say that Aaron's ability is even stronger than Victor's, because Victor needs to directly affect a person's mind, while Aaron can change an entire memory by using the mind of the person he's affecting with his ability. Sophia can't believe she's in the same class with these monsters, and now she's really scared of what girls can expect from all these guys. Finally, it's Amelia's turn, who smiles happily and is pleased to meet Sophia. Amelia apologizes for treating Sophia a little badly at Professor Dallas's manor. The girl wants to justify that she was a little lonely. Sophia is truly amazed because Amelia poured spoiled soup on her. Sophia doesn't understand the limits of Emily's conscience. Amelia comes up to Sophia and takes her hand and says that they are the only girls in the class. So Amelia asks Sophia not to distance herself from her and that they remain friends. Sophia realizes that Amelia doesn't have any powers, and also those powers don't where to come from. I have the only person in the academy, but she still got into the crystal class. Dallas says he needs to introduce himself too, and tells her that he's the class leader of the crystal class. Dallas can use a special pheromone that attracts girls, and Dallas can release a special pheromone when he wants to. Dallas tells her where Sophia needs to sit, and they start the lesson. Sophia realizes that this is how her sad journey at the Vampire Academy begins. She is now surrounded by powerful vampires. Sophia feels like she can't survive here because now each of them will want to drink Sophia's blood every day. Just in time for the bell to ring, Sophia realizes that half of her studies are over. Sophia has a really hard time studying because this academy is only open at night. Aaron comes up to Sophia and asks, "Is Sophia really tired? Because the first day at the academy is always very difficult." Aaron asks Sophia if she wants to go to the dining hall with him. Sophia pays attention to Aaron and realizes that he's as kind as ever. In the game, Aaron was the friendliest of the 4 princes, and if Sophia remembers correctly, there was a similar event in the game. There is a nuance here that Sophia must not forget. Aaron sees the girl's embarrassment and says that she is probably afraid of him, which is not surprising because the last time the guys jumped on Sophia without asking permission. Aaron apologizes and says that her blood smelled really good, so the prince couldn't resist drinking at least a drop of it. Aaron says that he wanted to apologize back then, and now he could buy Sophia lunch to make up for it. Sophia realizes that Aaron looks like an average student. Sophia agrees with Aaron and feels like she's been bought. Sophia finds herself in the dining hall with Aaron and is surprised to see a lot of people in the dining hall. Aaron says that the whole academy has probably decided to eat today. Sophia starts looking at the menu in her book and tells Aaron that she is very hungry. Aaron hears the girl's stomach rumbling and says her stomach will speak for itself. Aaron strokes Sophia and tells her not to worry about it and to let Sophia choose what she wants to eat. Sophia feels Aaron's attention, and she is very pleased with how gentle he is with her. Sophia is blushing and doesn't know what to say to Aaron. The girls around her begin to watch and discuss what is going on. They are a little offended that Aaron is showing so much attention to some unknown girl, Sophia. After all, she is very close to the prince. The guys start discussing that Sophia is a new student in the crystal rank, and they have heard that Sophia especially has blood. Sophia starts hearing all the gossip about herself, and people aren't even shy about discussing her behind her back. Sophia tells Aaron that she'll probably have to go back to the classroom where it will at least be quieter. At one point, one of the girls runs up to Sophia and trips Sophia so that she falls. Sophia flies to the ground and falls to the floor. Aaron sees what is happening and runs to his girlfriend's aid. Sophia sees that there is blood on her knee and realizes that she is surrounded by so many vampires. This is very bad. People around her begin to see the country's blood color and realizing that Sophia is special. Sophia realizes that history is repeating itself as similar things happened in Amelia and in the game. Now the 4 heirs will be chasing a new girl. Sophia realizes she has to leave as soon as possible. Aaron comes over and tells Sophia to show him the wound. The girl realizes that everything is very bad because Aaron usually acts like a caring older brother, but when he smells and tastes blood, he becomes frightening. Aaron approaches Sophia's feet, and Sophia realizes that when he smells blood, he loses all self-control. This is the very nuance that Sophia wanted to tell about, that Aaron gets pushy and there's no stopping him. Aaron starts drinking Sophia's blood right in front of everyone. Sophia tries to tear the man away from her, but she can't hold back the moans coming out of her mouth. The girl is really enjoying the process. A lot of the players liked Aaron. Aaron tells Sophie he can't resist, so he will drink until he drinks blood. Sophia asks Aaron to stop because they shouldn't be doing it on the floor. Aaron. When he has drunk enough blood, he apologizes to Sophia, and Sophia is surprised that Aaron has stopped. After a while, the guy takes Sophia in his arms and lifts her over his shoulder. Aaron puts Sophia on the table and asks the girl, "Can they continue doing this here?" Sophia tries to stop Aaron and tells him to wait. But the guy says he can't wait any longer because Sophia smells very tempting. Aaron clasps Sophia's hands and starts taking advantage of the girl's weakness. Aaron says that Sophia should be his alone. Aaron undresses Sophia, and the girl realizes that she must resist somehow. But his quiet voice as he approaches the girl and his sharp fangs stir the mind of the heroine. Aaron approaches Sophia again to taste her blood. Sophia realizes that her body cannot resist, and Aaron takes advantage of her weaknesses to drink her blood. Sophia realizes that usually Aaron is always kind and gentle, but his behavior is on a whole other level now. Sophia asks Aaron to stop, and a hatchling comes up and takes Aaron's hand and tells him to have a conscience because he's acting like a savage. Sophia also notices that Luke's approaching and is glad that Aaron's finally stopped drinking her blood. Luke approaches Sophia and says he's going to take her in his arms. Sophia doesn't know what to say or how to resist the guy's advances. But Luke immediately takes Sophia in his arms and starts to walk away with her. Sophia asks where Luke is taking her, and Luke says the medical room to hide Sophia's wounds after she fell. As the guys were leaving, Aaron realized that he'd gotten himself in trouble again. Aaron knows his weakness for blood, but he couldn't help himself. When Sophia was with Luke, she saw his face up close enough. Sophia realizes that Luke seems cold, but he's actually very kind. Luke was her favorite character when Sophia first played the game. Sophia realizes that Luke doesn't open up much right now, but if she is honest with him, then she can be friends with Luke. Sophia thanks Luke and apologizes for not wanting to alarm the guy. Luke says it's not Sophia's fault and asks her not to talk to him. Sophia realizes that it was foolish to think they could understand each other. Erin couldn't resist the smell of Sophia's blood either, and she said she didn't want anything to do with them. Her blood would still attract these vampires. Sophia realizes that there is no one in this world she can talk to in peace. She just wanted to know a normal, peaceful life. But that turned out to be her mistake. Sophia falls asleep in Luke's arms with tears in her eyes, realizing her helplessness before this cruel world. Luke brings Sophia to bed and smells a strong odor coming from the girl. Luke realizes that he can't help himself and decides to get close to Sophia to get a little taste of her blood. In the moment, Luke remembers Sophia's words when she thanked him and apologized. Luke realizes that he must resist his animal desire. Luke looks at the peacefully sleeping Sophia and decides to stroke the girl's head a little. Sophia thanks Luke. The man realizes that Sophia is like a child and that there is no way to tell that this girl has special blood. Luke realizes that Sophia is nervous about being in the crystal rank. Luke wonders if he can protect Sophia, but Luke realizes he doesn't need to think about that. Luke remembers his childhood when one of the boys told him that he would be one of the 4 celestial kings who should only be friends with people of high status. Luke was told that he was pathetic and only interested in books and had no friends at all. People accused Luke of not talking to anyone but his sister and accused Luke of loving his sister, which is disgusting. Luke hears the thoughts of people who talk bad about him. Luke decides that this is why he is not going to talk to anyone in order to not traumatize himself anymore. Luke is genuinely sad at the realization of his helplessness. Sophia. As she slept, she felt someone's gentle, warm hands. Such gentle touches made her feel good, and if it was just a dream, she wants to continue sleeping. Sophia wakes up and asks where she is. Sophia sees the ceiling and realizes that this is the medical room, and this is where a lot of the events in the game happened. Sophia remembers that Erin drank her blood. The next moment, Sophia is met by Luke, who asks excitedly, "Is Sophia awake?" Sophia is surprised that Luke has come to see her again and is a little embarrassed to see this handsome guy in front of her. Luke touches Sophia's face and excitedly asks if the girl is okay. Sophia sees Luke's beautiful blue eyes and realizes that she could drown in these seas. Luke gets too close to Sophia, and the girl realizes that she cannot resist his beauty. Luke pulls away from Sophia the next moment and says that Sophia seems to be fine. So he asks that Sophia drink the next medicine that Luke is now showing her. Sophia asks what this medicine is, and Luke tells her that it is a blood-thickening juice that is the perfect fatigue remedy for vampires, and it is bloody tomato-flavored. Luke reveals that he bought the cure at the store. Sophia remembers that this cure was in the game. Luke tells Sophia to drink it, and she should feel a little better. Sophia thanks the prince for the medicine and decides to use it. The prince also sits down next to Sophia and apologizes to her. Sophia doesn't understand what Luke is apologizing for, and Luke tells her that he molested a girl in their room last night. He says he was blown away by the sight of Sophia. Luke couldn't help himself, so he couldn't resist the heroine's delicious blood. The vampire opened his animal senses to enjoy the meal. Luke says that the more he tries to hold back, the more he smells Sophia's blood. He really didn't want to hurt Sophia. Luke says that now the girl will be afraid of him because he didn't even ask Sophia's permission. The heroine realizes that Luke, despite his cold demeanor, he's actually a very kind man. Like she said before, Luke's ability is mind reading, and he reads minds, even when he doesn't want to read them. That's why he chose to be a loner since he was a child, because he knew what people thought of him, and it caused him incredible suffering. Sophia is sure that's why Luke tries to seem cold. She remembers when Luke used to carry her in his arms. He asked that the girl never speak to him again. Sophia. You realize that even though Luke didn't treat her well, he still cared about Sophia. Sophia drinks the medicine and realizes it's delicious. Sophia knows that in the game she liked Luke the best, even more than Erin. But even now, Sophia is surprised that Luke doesn't try to read her mind, and Sophia wants to repay Luke for his kindness and warmth toward the girl. They are very much alike and they both have powers they want to get rid of. Sophia realizes that Luke is truly a kind man. But in the next moment, Sophia thinks about everything she is thinking right now. Sophie realizes that Luke might know all her secrets. Sophia realizes she needs to fill her head with other thoughts. Sophia starts to change the subject and says that the juice was delicious and she loves tomatoes. Luke didn't even look at Sophia, so he couldn't read anything from her thoughts before. Luke says that if Sophia liked the juice so much, he will go out and buy more now. Luke asks if Sophia wants something else sweet. The girl realizes that Luke is too kind to her, but after a while, Luke, together with Sophia, hears in the neighboring room that the girl starts to sigh with excitement, and Sophia blushes. Probably behind the curtain, someone is getting incredible pleasure. Luke also notices and decides to say that this is actually a medical room and people are resting here, but they are playing games. Luke says that if they want to be intimate here, they can go to their room, but the next moment Luke and Sophia see Amelia with some unknown woman, sees Amelia with some unknown guy. The guys are doing some sinful things and Amelia asks in surprise, "Did Luke and Sophia do it too?" Well, Sophia and Luke say they're not and Amelia is wrong in her assumptions. The unknown guy sees Luke in front of him and says he better go because Luke is the president of the student council. Emily is disappointed, saying that the guy is gone and will have to find a new one. Sophia asks what she's doing here. After all, she has Dallas. Sophia wonders, why doesn't Amelia appreciate Dallas? Sophia has been getting this secret ending for a long time. Amelia doesn't understand what secret ending Sophia is talking about. Amelia tries to explain to Sophia that Dallas is bad, and he is not even interested in spending time with Amelia. Sophia realizes that when she first met Amelia, they had a wedding. But their relationship has gotten so bad that it's hard to imagine worse. Sophia begins to tell Amelia that she thought that the reason for the bad relationship between Dallas and Amelia was because of Amelia's character, because Mrs. Amelia just bullied the poor maid. Amelia tells that everything happened because of Dallas. The girl says that she just wants the man she loves to accept her as she is. Amelia asks Luke to use her. Sophia wonders what's about to happen, because she's just seen Amelia ask Luke directly for intimacy with her. Meanwhile, Amelia says that Luke is being righteous, but he wants intimacy from Amelia too. Amelia approaches Luke and tries to seduce the guy. The girl says that he is also a vampire and she understands everything about the guy's instinct. Sophia sees Luke approaching Amelia too and wonders, is it really going to happen so easily now? And Amelia has taken and directly seduced one of the main characters. But the next moment, Luke takes Emily by the neck and notices that the girl, she's still bleeding. So Luke asks Emily to put his handkerchief to her neck to stop the blood loss. Luke says that Amelia has made an alliance with Dallas, and they are to be together for the rest of their lives, so he doesn't understand why Amelia is acting so openly. Luke says that her spouse should be the person dearest to her and she to him. Emily starts to shake with anger and says that Luke is different from the others. The girl says that human virginity is rare in their world, and all the princes have been chasing after her to get Amelia. Sophia realizes that Amelia was brought to the vampire world by accident by a future human. Human blood is a delicacy in the world of the game, and certainly the blood of a virgin. But things are different now in the ending with the professor. Perhaps Dallas wanted to make Amelia the first child of a vampire and a human. Although intimacy with vampires is forbidden, vampire society values blood and lineage above all else. They say that a child cannot be born from a vampire and a human, but if it is, it will not live long. Sophia wonders if that's why Amelia and Dallas are having relationship problems. Because Emily is the only human in the world and she has some character issues. Sophia realizes that she's also a normal human being, but in a vampire's body. Sophia can understand, if only a little bit, what it's like for Emily to be so alone. But Sophia's still not going to justify cheating on Emily, because that's not why Sophia was involved with Dallas and Emily. As the girl was running away, Victor happened to notice Luke and Sophia standing together in the medical office. Sophia decides to jump on the pillow. After all the classes are over and she finally gets into the room. Sophia realizes that she's been bled twice that day and is really tired. Only Luke decided to help the girl and give her some revitalizing drink that helped Sophia regain her strength. But Sophia realizes that at this rate, she'll only dream of a peaceful life. With vampires drinking her blood every day, it's not going to be easy. Sophia must be careful not to hurt herself, because vampires can't hold back when Sophia emits the beautiful scent of blood. Sophia realizes that she must attend the minimum required classes and the rest of the time stay in her room. At one point, Misho appears and calls Sophia bad words, and Sophia doesn't realize how long this little demon has been here. Misho says that he has been with Sophia since the beginning of Sophia's story, and he asks Sophia not to be afraid of him because Misho is the sweetest creature in the world. Misho says that Sophia should admire and fall on her knees in front of the beautiful Misho. Sophia says with a sullen face that she will do without such honors for the little demon. Misho asks, "Doesn't Sophia understand anything? She is the new protagonist of the game." Misho tries to explain the truth to Sophia so that she realizes that now she has to participate in all the events that will take place in this academy. Sophia is really tired of all this, and she just wanted to get some rest. Misho tries to tell if Sophia remembers when she fell in the cafeteria. The demon goes on to say that it was his doing, and then he invisibly decided to spread the legs of one of the students to trip Sophia. Sophia asks Misho, why did he do that to her? Because the smell of her blood made Aaron unable to contain his feelings. Misho says that's what he wanted, because in this story, Sophia's role is to create events that will entertain him because he likes drama. Sophia realizes that this little demon annoys her because he is to blame for everything that happens to her now. Sophia wails at Misho's pain as she holds this little demon by the ear. Misho says Sophia has no right to be angry because she remembers herself in her past world. Sophia hated her life then and the world for being so cruel to her. Sophia just wanted to disappear. And now Misho tells us that Sophia's wish has come true, and now she is in a beautiful new world. Besides, a peaceful and carefree life doesn't come for free to anyone. Sophia says that maybe Misho is right, but she starts pulling Misho's wings and asks what he can understand about life. If he's just a regular mascot of the game. Misho tearfully asks Sophia to let him go. Tomorrow, she has to go to the student council room, and something interesting will happen there. Sophia lets Misho go and flies out the open window, and Misho says they will see each other again. Sophia looks after the flying demon and says that next time she will definitely twist his head off. Sophia realizes that she will need to buy garlic and a crucifix to ward off the little demon. Sophia decides to get ready for bed and is still not used to sleeping in the morning and waking up at night. The schedule at this academy. It's very strange because classes start at 8 or 9 p.m. and go on until 4 a.m., and there's activity from 4 until 6 a.m., after which there's free time and sleep, and getting up at 7 o'clock to get ready for the main class. Sophia realizes she doesn't want to go to school, but if she is expelled, she will go back to the mansion where Amelia will bully her. Sophia imagines in her head a picture of Amelia standing over her and asking Sophia to lick the rotten soup. Sophia realizes that she can't afford something like that in the future. At least in front of the other vampires, Amelia isn't bullying Sophia, so she has a great opportunity to live a better life than the mansion. Sophia gets up, and Amelia knocks on her door and happily tells her that from today, they will be roommates. Sophia wonders why this is happening. But Amelia says that Dallas's father kicked Amelia out of the mansion. Now the girl has no place to go and will live with Sophia. Besides, Sophia needs care and supervision. Amelia threatens Sophia not to dare use the power of her blood on Dallas. Sophia says she wasn't going to do that. She doesn't have enough princes. Amelia doesn't understand who Sophia is. She was just a maid. Now she's a student at the academy. And suddenly she's carrying a special bloodline that's got all 4 princes chasing her. The most majestic vampires in the world are chasing Sophia like flies around honey. Amelia says it's as if Sophia has become a different person and she can't recognize her. Who is Sophia? Sophia doesn't know whether to lie or tell the truth. Sophia realizes that if she doesn't come up with an answer quickly, she could be in a very bad situation, because even if she tells the truth, Amelia won't believe her because Sophia has been thinking for a long time. Sophia realizes that if she lies that she has always been a maid and has no powers, then Amelia can say that she will never have any problems and she can continue to bully Sophia because she was just an ordinary maid without a patron. So Sophia decides that the only other option is to tell the truth and make Amelia consider her an equal. Sophia tells her that the truth is that the girls are actually in a game she's been playing. This game is called My Vampire Academy Sweet Blood. Sophia can already see Amelia's eyes opening incredulously, and she is surprised by Sophia's words. But Sophia goes on to say that in this game, Amelia is the heroine, and one day suddenly opened her eyes and realized that she was reborn in the world of the game. Sophia also realized herself in this game, and at first she was very happy and wanted to escape from the painful reality and live here as an ordinary maid. But unfortunately, Sophia was told that she has a special bloodline, and now she can't escape the attention of the great vampire princes. Things have gotten a lot more complicated, and so Sophia asks Amelia not to worry about her. Sophia is not going to take Professor Dallas away from Amelia. Sophia sees Amelia's reaction and thinks that the girl probably won't believe her. Maybe she can try to roll Sophia's choice back, but Sophia realizes that it's just the way it is, and she can't change it. Amelia smiles and says that she is not sure about Sophia's words and probably didn't understand everything the girl said, but she thinks that everything will be all right. Amelia always thought she was the only human in the vampire world, and she's definitely the protagonist of the story. Emily doesn't really care much about the reason why and how Sophia was born a common maid. After all, as long as she's not going to seduce Dallas, and Amelia won't care about the girl and she can calm down. Amelia suggests to Sophia that they join forces so that Dallas will love her again like before, because she's the main character, and Amelia will help her return to the life of an ordinary maid when Sophia wants her to. Emily asks that most likely their interests do not coincide, so Emily suggests that they join forces, and Emily can promise Sophia that he will stop bullying the girl and will treat her as an equal. Sophia shakes Emily's hand and says that such conditions suit her, and Emily finally claims that they were able to reach an agreement, but all of this will remain between them. Emily says that the girl is from another world. If everyone else finds out about it, they will be even more interested in Sophia's blood. Sophia says she gets Emily's hint. Sophia thinks that maybe Amelia isn't so bad after all. Amelia also apologizes for making fun of Sophia because Dallas just pissed her off. Sophia says that Amelia is. We need to stop taking out negativity on other people. Amelia is glad they could agree, so she decides to offer Sophia her gift. Sophia is surprised. What could be the gift? And decides to look in the box. Sophia has seen a small light of hope, and she may have to struggle in this world of none. Sophia hopes that in this academy she will be able to find her happiness and start living the life she has dreamed of. Sophia wakes up before everyone else and decides to go to class when there's usually no one in the hallways, because then no one will get in her way. Besides, Sophia can sit alone for a while, and when Sophia opens the classroom door, she sees Finn sitting at her desk. The guy looks at Sophia and asks, "Does a girl get up as early as he does?" Sophia was a little frightened to see Finn in front of her because she didn't expect that someone could be in the office now. Finn asks why Sophia is so scared of him, because it's funny when Sophia looks at Finn with such an expression on her face. Finn confesses that when Sophia makes such a frightened face, he wants to run out of the office in tears. Sophia recalls that in the game, Finn has always been slow and lazy, but as soon as something clicks in his head, it's like he becomes possessed. Finn walks up to Sophia and says that he was just that time thinking about her. Sophia sees Finn's hand, coming towards her, and remembers this vampire prince's ability to see the past of people and things he touches. And if Finn touches Sophia now, he can find out everything about her life. But Sophia promised Emily she wouldn't say anything. He looks closely at Sophia's past and can't understand what's going on in her memories. Finn sees some strange houses and objects he's never seen before. Finn realizes that Sophia is not an ordinary vampire. After all, he's never met anyone with strange memories before. Finn puts his foot between Sophia's legs to block the girl from escaping his grasp. Sophia gets a real pleasure from the vampire's touch, but can't resist no matter how hard she tries. At some point, a sleepy Aaron comes in and sees what's going on in the study. He interrupts Sophia and Finn, who was reading Sophia's memories, and the girl realizes that she is saved. Aaron apologizes to Sophia for yesterday's incident, and he says that he lost his head when he smelled Sophia's blood. Sophia looks at Aaron, apologizing in bewilderment. When the bell rings, Sophia realizes that after class she must run to the dormitory as quickly as possible to escape the attention of all the vampires. Vampires are a race that's always on the hunt for unusual blood. Sophia realizes that if the vampires find out that the girl is from another world, then the attention will be more intense, and Amelia also told Sophia that the girl should be as careful as possible with vampires and especially with Finn, who reads her memories. But suddenly, Finn was waiting for Sophia near one of the offices and says that he was expecting Sophia to come this way. But Sophia doesn't stop and runs away from Finn, who notices how coldly Sophia reacts to him. In the next moment, Finn catches up to Sophia like a bullet and takes her in his arms. Finn hugs Sophia gently and tells her he wants to know more. Sophia tries to break out of Finn's embrace and tells the guy to get away from her, but the prince says that if there are no hidden things, then why is she trying so hard to break out of his embrace? The next moment, Finn doesn't hold back and decides to drink some of Sophia's blood. That if Finn sticks his ickles into her now, then she won't be able to resist the pleasure. Sophia is shivering all over her body and she's probably already losing control. Could it be that before Finn had inserted his fangs into Sophia, he had been able to influence the girl? In the next moment, Finn takes Sophia on his shoulders and says it's for the best. Finn says that Sophia won't be able to walk now, and as if Sophia didn't try to break out of the guy's embrace, he wouldn't let her escape. Finn throws Sophia onto a desk in one of the classrooms, and then the guy approaches the girl and leans against her with his whole body. Finn asks a stunned Sophia if she wants what he wants. The man begins to poke his finger in the places where Sophia would most like him to insert his fangs. Sophia can't contain her pleasure, so she tries to resist. Finn leans his face against Sophia's legs and says he can see her past. He tells her that Sophia is really interesting. After all, this guy from her memories is unlike anyone the prince has dated before. Finn was able to see Sophia's past man from that life. Sophia can't hold back her emotions and hot steam comes out, and a look of embarrassment on her face. Sophia begs Finn not to look at her memories, but Finn keeps drinking blood from Sophia's thigh and says he can't. After all, if he rarely gets to watch anything interesting, he can't hold back. At one point, Dallas walks into the office and says that's enough. The classroom teacher orders the boys to move away from each other. The next moment, Finn realizes that he is not as strong as Dallas, so he can't resist his orders. The young prince moves away from the excited Sophia that was just in his arms. At this, the boys interrupt their brief intimacy. Dallas asks Sophia how she is feeling, and she tells him that she is a little dizzy, but now she will drink this potion, and she should feel a little better. Luke gave her this medicine last time, and after a girl loses a lot of blood, this medicine always restores her health. Amelia gave Sophia a whole box. Apparently, Amelia is used to using this kind of medicine. Finn leaves and says that when Sophia is better, they will talk some more, as their conversation was quite short. Dallas looks at Finn with disdain and cruelty, as if trying to frighten the little heir. Dallas turns to Sophia the next moment and says it's okay when Sophia takes some of that medicine to make her feel better and have Sophia ready for the next lesson. Sophia thought now Dallas gave Finn a very scared look. Sophia's tired and she doesn't want to be bled. That mouse tells her to go to the student light room after class, but Sophia decides to send that mouse away, as far away as possible, and she will go straight to her room after class. Dallas smiles and says that he forgot to tell Sophia something. The teacher says that he asked Sophia to go to the student council room today, and it's mandatory. Sophia hasn't had time to finish her medicine yet, but she is already very upset about the news Dallas has given her. Sophia goes to the student council after class and doesn't know what they want from her, but she has to get it over with and go to her room. Sophia is met by Victor, who has been waiting for Sophia all this time. It turns out that Victor is not alone, and Sophia is met by the entire student council. All the guys are curious about the girl who came to see them. Sophia was so dazzled by the beauty of these men that she even had to cover herself with her hands. Sophia realizes that she's seen this shot in the game all the time, and it kept showing up when you log in. The guys ask Sophia to sit down with them, and the girl says she'll just stay here for a while and go back when she's done with the guys. Sophia doesn't understand what the student council needs from her. Sophia doesn't think she's done anything wrong. In such a short time, Victor tells Sophia not to worry because everything's fine. Dallas says he's got an announcement for everyone here, and the theme of their meeting is Sophia. When Sophia heard about the theme of their meeting, she was really surprised and shocked at the same time. Victor says that Sophia should know about her blood. In the vampire world, it is customary to marry girls with rare blood, and healthy and strong offspring is a top priority for any vampire. Victor says that right now all the boys at the academy are vying for Sophia's attention. Finn says that Amelia was in that position before, but Professor Dallas took Amelia away from the vampires. Dallas smiles sweetly and says, "Finn, that's a good point." Sophia, meanwhile, goes to the student council, and asks them to wait. Because if Sophia is the topic of discussion, because the guys haven't even thought about what Sophia needs in her life. Aaron tries to explain to Sophia that no one from around here can resist smelling Sophia's blood. And Victor confirms Aaron's words by saying that they've all had that feeling themselves. Finn says that some vampires are getting to Sophia and the student council doesn't even know about it. Victor backs up and says that Sophia's body can't handle that much pressure, so they offer a solution for Sophia. All four princes tell Sophie that by prom she must choose one of them as her fiance. Sophia doesn't understand what this nonsense is, and Victor tries to convince Sophia by saying it's to Sophia's advantage. Luke says that if Sophia becomes the bride of one of them, the others will not dare to touch the girl. The student councils decide that such a decision can protect Sophia, because any of them is ready to sacrifice everything for Sophia if she becomes their wife. Victor says that in return for protection, they demand Sophia's blood, and she must obey them. The more they drink her blood, the more likely Sophia will realize who is worthy of her attention. Sophia realizes this is a real delusion. She's the one who just managed to reconcile with Amelia. Sophia realizes that her life is going downhill faster and faster. When Sophia tells Emily about the news, the girl says it's great news. Amelia says that Sophia has only these four to choose from, which means she can't take Dallas away anymore. It's a relief for Amelia. Sophia realizes that Amelia only thinks of herself. Amelia asks Sophia which of the four she likes best, and Sophia says she doesn't like anyone at all. Amelia says that Luke is all mysterious and handsome, like he just walked off the runway, and Finn looks lazy. But he's actually very driven and even obsessed in places, so Amelia recommends him. Victor is the richest and best looking of the four, and as far as Amelia's concerned, it's a win-win. And Aaron has only one flaw because he's too popular, but he's still kind and sweet. But Amelia also says that Dallas is 100 times better than all four princes. Sophia realizes that Amelia is rotten. Amelia says that at the upcoming festival, Sophia will have a chance to get to know them better. Sophia remembers that in the game there was something like this, and then there was a choice of which of the guys Sophia should go with. If you pick one character and do all right, then the level of relationship with one of the characters was raised. Also, Sophia remembers that there will be a romantic dance with a partner at the ball. Sophia then remembers Victor saying that after the dance is over, he will drink all her blood, and she won't be able to resist. Sophia realizes that this is some kind of romantic nightmare and not a dance, and she is sure of it. Sophia decides categorically that she will not go to this festival, no matter how much she is asked. Sophia is not happy with the student council's terms and refuses to play by their rules. Usually, Sophia has been on good terms with everyone, but now she is going to make things worse. At some point, someone knocks on the girls' room.